the newest episode of the Comfy Couch podcast. I'm Nessie, your sea serpent flight attendant, and today we're going to be flying you all the way to who the heck knows where. My constituents for today will be more than delighted to have a ball with you. Why don't you introduce yourselves, boys?
What did you say?
CatBit, that means you. That means you. That's your cue. That's your cue, CatBit.
I'm CatBit.
My brain's a mess right now.
Rip CatBit, and I'm your co-host, Random Heary. I'm taking a back seat right here. I'm letting the inflatable.
I was gonna say, Random, why are you taking a back seat? You're one of the stewardesses tonight.
Nah,
I'm just playing.
I'm letting the inflatable man do it today.
What inflatable man?
I'm letting the inflatable co-pilot do it.
Oh God! All right. So, anyways, today, what are
Do you know what I kind of like? I always liked merchandising.
Merchandising. We got everything you need: baseballs, badmintons. We even got our own custom Schwartz flamethrowers.
The kids love them.
Exactly.
Kids love that one. I fucking.
It's a fan favorite. So anyway,
What's your favorite merch stuff you own?
Oh God, that's kind of hard to say because I actually have a lot of stuff. I guess probably my art books. I know I actually own the Art of Spyro. I own that art book, and whenever the Crash Bandicoot one comes out, which should be coming out this October, so if you want to go get that, you might want to pre-order now, because the freaking Spyro one, like, as soon as it went on sale, within 10 minutes it was out of stock. That's how popular this was.
Oh, really?
Really.
There was, no art, related stuff released for Spyro, right?
This is literally the very first art book that's Spyro related, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, definitely.
Again,
plus the other thing is this wasn't the art designer some of his stuff the furries really love
Oh yeah. No, listen. The artist for that, he was a guest, and I'm so mad because he was a guest of honor at a convention that, on the surface it doesn't seem controversial, but there's a whole backstory as to why I personally don't like it anymore, which sucks, because you would think that someone as prominent as Nicholas Cole would be a guest of honor at something at Anthrocon or MFF, or something that has a really big turnout, because you would think that the guy who worked on Spyro is the guest of honor here, but no, he goes to this little one in Virginia, and he Alrighty, so it's interesting because the artist who works on this art book, what is it? He's his stuff, he's like Midas, but with anything he draws, just in my opinion, just turns to gold. I think his work is that good. So much so that he was invited to. You would think someone as big as him would be invited to Anthrocon or Midwest Fur Fest or somewhere in the Western Hemisphere that has a really, 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 really large attendance of furries. But no, he gets invited to some dinky little fur con down in Virginia, where this convention. Oh my God, I have a whole boatload of things that I don't like about it, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about merchandising. So, so many people know who he is, not just from this, but he's worked on a couple of other things too. I know he worked on the Windfeather Saga. He worked on. He did oh God, I'm trying to think. He sort of did a half reboot. What if he rebooted Redwall? But the game that I actually know him for, it was oh God, I can't even remember the name of it, but it shut down I don't know, probably 3-4 years ago, and it was basically just Steampunk Bejeweled, if that makes any sense. But his art was in it, and that was actually kind of the only reason I really played it. So that's the merch that I have. Again, I have a bunch of art books. I actually have the Skylanders figure of Crash, and I only bought that because just because it had been 20 years since anything Crash related has happened. So anyway, that's just me.
Do you remember when like they gave like Crash like an Australian voice?
Wow, that was intense! Woo! I just flew in from the new ruins level, and boy, are my arms tired.
No.
No, you never listen. Okay, listen. Never give silent characters voices. I'm sorry. If you create a character and they're silent, I don't care what marketing says. I don't care what the executive says. You don't ever make Crash talk. Ever. Ever. You never do that. Not just to Crash, but to any silent character. The only exception is if, like, I don't know, if it was like the 1930s and the age of sound was, like, a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the first lesson to not do that was, gee, it sure is boring around here.
Oh boy, this is what all true warriors strive for.
Or my personal favorite, nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Luigi?
I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
Luigi,
Look!
Or my personal favorite,
Pasta
Pasta power?
Oh, you've never seen the torture the fucking Mario cartoon.
I watched the Mario cartoon. I remember that one. I remember May the Pasta Be With You.
Yeah.
No, because like I remember the only memory I have with the Mario cartoon, and it's the funniest thing ever. Was like remember when we were watching it with Dino, and like he got passed out drunk watching the fucking baby episode.
Oh my god, that was the best. That's like lost media. That was so good, and we're never gonna get that back.
Oh man.
Well, we're not talking about lost media today. I have a question, Random.
Oh, stuff I like?
The merchandise you have.
Oh, here's stuff I like. I love like figures. I'm a huge fan of like figures, statues, all the good shit. Like if you see like my shelf, I got a bunch of like figures of like I got all the Gorillaz figures. I got like an Eddie from Iron Maiden figure. I got this really nice bust of like Edward Scissorhands. I got at like Comic-Con. I got the original Palisades Toys Invader Zim figures, which are like super expensive, like on eBay right now.
Ooh.
I got a giant I got a giant Shrek head.
Of course, you would have a giant Shrek head.
But
only you.
But like the coolest thing that I have is like they actually made a replica of the doll from Coraline.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That one I love, but I think like the ones I cherish the most are my Gorillaz Phase 2 figures from Kid Robot.
Mm.
I love those so much. And I luckily I got them before like they got super expensive, because in the last 5 years they just got really expensive because Gorillaz' popularity just took off like tremendously when Phase 4 came out. And now everyone wants these figures now. I got these figures around like 2007 or something.
Like during Kid Robot existed for that long?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, it's so good. Kid Robot makes a lot of cool figures. Have you seen like their store online?
Oh yeah, there are like a lot of figures I've seen from Kid Robot that I would kill to own. Like there was this SpongeBob. There's like these SpongeBob figures that they have to like look really high quality.
I saw this SpongeBob figure at like a comic book shop in New York City called Forbidden Planet, and it's like SpongeBob, and he has like corpse paint on, and he's using like his spatula as a guitar.
Oh, I remember seeing that.
I remember there's one where I remember like there was a time when like they had like these cool South Park figures, and I'm really upset that they don't have them in the store anymore, because like I would have loved to own one of them.
Nice. Do you know who I feel like do you know what else I love? I love like old vintage toys that kind of make based off cartoons that kind of look kind of bad. Like I love old Simpsons merchandise.
Oh my god.
I'm a
Those
sucker
kinds
for
of toys always like, I don't want to say they creep me out, but they were like really unsettling to me. Like, I don't know. There's just something about them that I I don't know. When I remember when I was like 11, my now ex-godmother, she had like an entire room. Like, she had two things. An entire room dedicated to Simpsons merchandise. Like, she had everything. She had bed sheets, slippers, toys, DVDs, anything that was Simpsons related. She had an entire room dedicated to it.
Oh my god.
And then downstairs in her living room, like, I don't even know what brand they were. They were like these really old, like, vintage dolls, but they were always looking to the left. And they were really unsettling, and, like, even now, I'm like, no, I don't like those. Hey, keep them in the closet, please, thank you.
These are like Simpsons dolls?
No, they weren't Simpsons dolls. These were, like, I don't know, they looked like dolls from, like, the 30s. They were made out of, like, I don't know, like, plastic or something.
Porcelain?
I don't know, they had the same, no, it wasn't even porcelain, it was, like, plastic, but I'll while you guys are talking, I'll see if I can pull up an image.
I remember when I visited, like, my grandparents, whenever I would stay over, I would sleep in, like, my aunt's room when she was, like, younger, and she had, like, these old porcelain dolls that, like, my great-grandmother used to, like, have, and, like, they would be on the shelf just looking at you sleeping, and I didn't like sleeping in that room because of it.
Oh,
I mean, it's not as weird as, like, I remember, what was it? I remember, like, one of my grandparents had, like, these old, Flintstones figures from, like, the 60s or the 70s, and, like, the quality of them look really freaky. Like, you remember, like, those old toys that, like, based off old Hanna-Barbera characters that were shown in, like, bumpers for Boomerang or something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, one of my grandparents had one of those things, and, like, they were really freaky up close.
I don't know, I wouldn't really talk about your grandparents' house like that, because I feel like John K. would rob their house.
oh my god.
As if John K. would even listen to this podcast.
No, I feel like he would. John K.
Yes! Please tell us more about Please tell me more about your Flintstones collection.
I need more Huckleberry Hound shit. Also, I need, like, your Huckleberry Hound, like, granola bar things, because that's the only food I can live off of right now, because cans without labels just fucking tanked.
Get the hell out of my podcast, John K.
Do you remember when we discovered John K. on the X's?
Oh my god, that was something.
I feel like I astral projected out of my body just hearing that voice, because I recognized it the second he opened his mouth.
Oh my god, really?
Just pure Canadian goodness just coming out of there.
Oh god, John K. is one of the best, worst things to ever come out of Canada. Like you always have, like, the Toonies say that, like, Johnny Test is the greatest awful thing to come out of that country. No, it's John K.
Nah, John K. is kind of the worst thing to come out of Canada.
Anyways, on a lighter topic, I found what one of these dolls looked like, and I'm posting it in VC Text Room.
Let's take a look at them.
There you go. Imagine, like, 40 of these in, like, a china closet.
Oh, God!
I hate this.
She has, like, 40 of them in, like, I don't know. It's not. It looks like a china closet, but, like, you put, like dishes and stuff, and like the shelves are, like, kind of small. It was weird, but there were, like, 40 or 50 of these things in this whole piece of furniture, and it always freaked me out.
I'm judging, like, these dolls by the picture. Were they naked too?
Yes.
They were all naked? Why?
Yes. I don't know. You find that out. You tell me.
That makes it worse. What's wrong with her?
Exactly.
Imagine seeing these motherfuckers just stare at you with their, like, non-existent genitalia, just stare at you, following your eyes.
Oh god, that just her whole house was just, like, really unsettling. Apparently, she lived in Iowa. And her house was, and, like, there's literally nothing out there, so there's a lot of space of just, nothing. So the house is really big, so there's, like, all these, like, different, weird corridors and, like secret passageways and shit. And, like, I think she just said, oh yeah, there were, at one point in time, there were servants in this house, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh god, there was probably slavery going on in that house, and I'm just like, oh dear. Oh boy. Alright, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about really freaking weird merchandise. So, what kind of weird merchandise have you guys ever seen?
Let's see.
I didn't talk about the merchandise I liked yet.
Oh, well, go ahead.
I like vintage. I love vintage vinyl figures. I'm a huge fan of like the NECA figures, and whenever like I will find like these old figures from like the 1980s or something, I would love to scoop them up as soon as possible. Like I would like like old Ninja Turtles or like old what do you call it? I don't know, like very vintage figures from like the past or so. I also have like I've also owned like these NECA figures. Like I'm pretty sure they're gonna be rare at some point because they did this one cross promotion with like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, but because the brand flopped so hard, like they stopped manufacturing the figures. So I don't know if I'm gonna be sitting on a gold mine or not with these.
Have you ever seen like merchandise from like the 80s? Because I remember when the Beetlejuice movie was coming out, and I saw some figures of the Beetlejuice from the Beetlejuice movie. Those figures are some of the worst I've ever seen of any.
Oh God!
Let me
How
show
bad are we
you
talking?
some. Oh my God, these are really bad. Like they look like old like McDonald's toys.
Oh
Jesus
boy!
Christ, they're that bad.
Yeah, like Beetlejuice's had to be looking like it went through like a steamroller or something.
Do you have a visual aid?
Yes, I do have a visual aid.
Alrighty.
Oh God, I'm terrified.
All right.
Oh boy!
Okay, so the VC text is gonna be violated by like these horrible like figures and dolls.
Oh God! What the hell am I looking at?
Wow, these look like the toys these look like the toys my parents got me when I was like 4 from like the fucking dollar store or something.
Yeah. Why is the like? Oh my God! This isn't even scary. This is just bad. This is just stupid bad.
It's scarily bad.
Again, this looks like the kind of shit I would find at like the dollar store or something. Like one of those cheap flea markets that sell like those Chinese bootlegs. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, these look like Chinese bootlegs.
And these are official random?
These were official in the 80s, yeah.
That's pretty pathetic if that's official. I'm sorry.
Oh, definitely. I guess this would be like a perfect time to move on to the next topic. Weird merchandise that you remember owning.
Oh,
can I go first with this one? Okay, for some reason, I had these weird McDonald's toys, but we always had them in like a Ziploc bag because like, and they were like these gross looking monsters, but like, they were only be in the front and they were like clipped on like stickers, and they only moved like if you click them, so we just called them the clicky thingies. And we only bought them just so like whenever we go out to a restaurant we could shut up.
I remember I had a McDonald's toy. I don't think it was those, but it's jogging my memory. They actually had like, I don't know, I think it was a cross promote, like, I think it was just a Halloween thing, but they had like, the only one I can remember, because I remember I ended up getting 2 of them somehow, it was like this like robot Igor cyborg, and like it had a button in the back, and it was filled with like not water but like some blue liquid in the stomach.
Yeah, I've seen
the button,
these.
The stomach would churn, and I didn't really care about it, but I thought the monster looked really cool, and so I kept him, and I remember I played with him a lot. But I don't think that's really all that weird, especially because it's for Halloween. Oh God, I do remember one time though during Halloween I went trick or treating, and someone just randomly gave me not a bat that was glowing, but it was like that neon green, and if you put it under like a lot of light, and then you like shut the lights off, it glowed, and it was such a weird thing to get. But it was really cool that I had it. And I don't remember what happened to it. I lost it after about, I don't know, a couple of months. But that was a really cool bat. I don't think it was weird. I just thought it was really cool.
One of the weirdest things I remember owning, it was like, I remember when the original Kung Fu Panda was coming out back in 2008, like, I remember like there was like these tiny minifigures or like at Toys R Us or something. You know which one I'm. So it's like these like you would just like set these characters in like a board or something. I'm trying to remember correctly. You would put them on a board and like you would just like have them flick and like you would try to like flick at them just to attack one another or something.
Oh, I've known those toys. Like that was popular in like late 90s and 2000s.
But like the thing is like these figures looked really horrible. Like the quality of these figures looked really bad. Like I remember one time at a Toys R Us, like I actually saw one where Poe was for some reason painted, like his face was painted. Like the face that, like the color that should be like in his mouth or something, his face looked like it was fucking bleeding.
Oh no! God. Is this a creepypasta?
And it didn't help that like he was making this screaming face at the same time.
Oh wow!
Basically, that's Jack Black trying to not say "fuck" in a Tenacious D song.
No, I think that's just Jack Black in general as a blade.
Oh yeah, in Jablinski Games. No gaming videos today, guys.
Yeah, please subscribe to Jablinski Games. He's the greatest YouTuber to ever exist.
Please, guys, subscribe to Jablinski.
He needs money.
He's the only one we have left. He's the only honest YouTuber left.
Anyway, oh god, I just remembered something and then I completely forgot it because I was waiting for everybody to finish. Oh man, don't you hate when that happens?
Oh yeah, that happens to me all the time. I have like pre-Alzheimer's or something. I shouldn't like talk like that because I feel like it's gonna happen to me in the future because I've said it so many times. It's gonna be like a vendetta.
Oh my god.
What was another weird figure? I guess when like Ice Age 3 was coming out, like McDonald's had like they were doing like this cross promotion with like the movie, but like for some reason, and I don't know if this was like something, I don't know if this was just in my case or something. One time they gave me like the scrap toy, but for some reason like the paint, like for some reason like it didn't come with the acorn, but it came with like a fucking picture of like this fucking fat lady masturbating for some fucking reason.
Wait, what? What?
I'm not kidding.
Excuse. No. You have to show proof. You got to show us pictures of this, or I think, or.
No, this was the one time that ever happened. I've never seen it anywhere else online.
Do you still have this thing? Because unless you show me a picture, I'm going to assume you're just messing with us, Captain.
I'm not messing with you guys. Like
then I need some proof of this because
I threw the figure away years ago. That's the thing.
Oh man, no, it's okay. Anyway, what other weird merchandise? Oh, now I remember. Okay, so. I was really big into Naruto when it first came on Toonami in like 2005, and one of the things that I always wanted was the headbands that they wear. They wear these headbands that are like like it's a metal piece on like a small blue headband. Usually it's blue. You know, in the show, sometimes it's black. I've seen it as purple. I think I've even seen it as white at one point, but that's beside the point. And for some reason, I really, really, really wanted the official one. Because the official one was actually made of, like, steel, and it was etched and everything. Whereas, like, the cheaper ones, the metal was just made out of, like, a really crappy, cheap plastic that, like, you could, like, it almost bent like paper. That's how cheap it was. And I waited on it for, like, months and months and months and months and months. And then eventually, somebody gave it to me. I couldn't even tell you who. But, I loved wearing that headband, because this is so stupid. It made me feel like a real ninja that I, like, wore it at school every day for, like, 4 months. I am not even kidding. I am not even kidding.
I'm disturbed now, Nessie.
This is what happened. See, listen, everybody had a weeaboo phase. Couldn't have been more of a weeaboo than me.
I never had a weeaboo phase. That's the thing. I had something worse.
Oh God, what the hell could be worse than a weeaboo phase?
I had a brony phase when I was 13.
Okay, you just lost your privileges. Get out of here.
bro, you just posted cringe. You are going to lose a subscriber.
It wouldn't make it better that I got my ass handed to me, and I actually dropped out of it as soon as I became one.
Oh well, still.
You know,
I got really lucky because by the time My Little Pony actually came out, it was like the tail end of my senior year. So I never really experienced it that in high school just because I was aging out of it. So
okay, that's good. Like
in
I had the worst experience.
College though. In community college, oh man, like everyone that like I like even was an acquaintance to, they were Redditors. All of them were Redditors. We're talking the fedora, the neckbeard, the glasses, you guys want to read some fan fiction? Like, that's how into it they were. And I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, never mind. So.
That just made it worse. Oh no.
Yeah.
I had the worst experience with bronies.
Oh, yeah. Tell us your story.
I'm not telling that story again.
You could listen to it in this episode. You could listen to this, and you can listen to that in this episode mentioned in the title card or the bug. I don't know how YouTube calls this shit.
Do you remember what episode?
They changed the names on everything, so we'll figure it out.
But yeah, I remember the episode you told us the story in random.
Yeah, I ain't telling that again. That was horrifying for me.
Yeah, you traumatized one of my good friends by that story.
Yeah, it was that bad, and the worst part of it was that it was 100% true. That's what I hated about it.
Now I'm really curious, and now I'm gonna have to go scour this thing later tonight.
Well,
wait, you don't remember the story?
No, I actually haven't.
Fuck it, I'm telling the story again!
Oh, no! But tell us the story, Random. Go ahead.
Okay, so the brony thing was starting when I was like, I think I was a sophomore in high school. I think so, but like, when that was going on, like, there was this one kid, he was all into it. He had t-shirts, he brought little dolls of the ponies, he talked in the pony language, he would say, hello every pony, love and tolerance and shit. And for some reason, he sat at my goddamn table, playing with these little ponies, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like, I didn't know I just knew Friendship Was Magic was coming out. The only thing I knew about bronies was this one Spaz Kid cartoon I saw on Newgrounds, and I thought that was just a joke. But apparently, that proved to me it was real. And I'm like, oh god. And this is my first time experiencing it.
Oh no!
And he thought I was his friend and stuff. I just, like, tolerated him because, like, I just let him do his thing, and I just ate my lunch in peace. And he just asked me, do you want to hang out outside of school? And back then, I didn't know how to say no to anybody, and I was like, sure. Apparently, he lived, like, near me, so I was just like, yeah, there could be no problem, I could just walk. So I go to his place, I go up to his room, he's got My Little Pony plushes all over his bed.
Oh, no.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? He's got posters and everything, and he's just like, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom, then we can, like, head out and do stuff. I was like, alright. And then I just sit down on his bed, and I take a look to my right, I see an Applejack plush with a self-made hole where the fucking ass is.
I remember this story now.
And I just am shocked.
This story now.
And I fucking run, and I never saw him again.
Oh no!
I just yeeted the fuck out when I saw that. That traumatized the fuck out of me.
You yeeted that fetus.
Lord, I wouldn't blame you. I really wouldn't blame you.
And that just turned me off to the whole, like, brony thing. Like,
yeah.
if you're a brony, I assume you're like this, and that pretty much tainted my whole, like, perception of them.
Am I like that, Random?
I mean, you got out of it pretty early. I mean, if you were in there a little longer, you would have been like the Traverse brony group that went to, like, Pizza Hut.
all the Canuck bronies, right?
Oh my god, I remember that video? I just wouldn't shut up about it.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Like, I remember, like, somebody told you to shut up once about it.
Because I was just like, hello, we're the Traverse brony group going to Pizza Hut to pick up a pizza. And, oh, Fluttershy, gentlemen, N-word.
The worst part, Random?
What?
Most Canadians sound like that.
Yeah. Like their Canadian was super showing.
Jesus.
God. I don't know, like, there's another weird merchandise story I remember having, does anybody remember, like, those old-ass SpongeBob toys when, like, his eyes were spread out far from one another and such?
Yes.
I remember I had 3 SpongeBob toys. One where, like, he would play songs on his ukulele every time he switched hats. This old-ass pillow that I had since 2002. I think, like, we have it locked up in, like, a storage closet in New York, but I swear to God, that thing is, like, rotting away each day, and, like, I actually want to get the damn thing repaired. And then there was, like, this weird SpongeBob toy, like, I was freaked out by it when I was, like, 3 owning it, like, you would squeeze him, and, like, his eyes would bulge out, and, like, he would just start laughing, and he would just, like, laugh maniacally about when doing it. It was, like, the weirdest fucking, like, it was one of the weirdest fucking toys I remember owning. Oh, I just remember another one I had.
What is it?
Mm-hmm.
The fucking lifeguard one where, like, you put, like, you put, like, the megaphone in front of his mouth and he would just, like, quote episodes from the lifeguard, from that one lifeguard episode.
My friend had that. I remember that.
Yeah, like, I had a lot of SpongeBob merchandise back in preschool, but unfortunately almost all of them were just thrown out the trash, or, like, some were just given away to, like, cousins without my permission.
Anyway, wasn't there one more thing that or 1 or 2 more things we were supposed to talk about? Or
When CatBit talked about, like, his Scratch story, I literally remembered another story.
What did you
What's
remember?
It involved, like, this was when Shrek the Third was coming out. I got, like, a Shrek toy that talks. He had the wrong voice box.
Oh no!
What did Shrek say?
And it had the baby voices.
Wow.
So, like, instead of Shrek talking Shrek talk, you just hear...
Oh my God.
And the worst part of it was the voice box was damaged.
Oh God.
So yeah, like
That is cursed. Random, why do you have the weirdest stories about Shrek?
I don't know. I was like, I was a Shrek kid growing up.
Again, Nessie, Random follows the philosophy of life.
Yeah, I follow the Shrek Bowl.
Yeah. Shrek is love. Shrek is love, Nessie.
Yeah.
Shrek is life.
I'm not joining your cult, guys. Stop it.
No, join the Scott the Wozniak cult instead.
I'm
Nessie,
not joining
please.
any cult.
Please, Nessie, I want you to have a good afterlife. You need to be in the almighty swamp.
I don't even like swamps.
You don't like swamps? And you're a fucking gator or some shit?
I like oceans and all that. I like. Listen. If the water looks dirty, I'm not swimming in it, and I don't care.
That's New York water for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, U.S. waters are disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember like hearing one time like somebody got incredibly sick drinking faucet water one time. Like I think it was either like yellow fever or like hepatitis, or they just developed hepatitis.
I think it's hepatitis.
You respect Madden 08, right, Nessie? You'll be a proud enough virgin to join my cult, right?
I liked MLB from I liked the Major League Baseball game from 2002 on the PlayStation 2. Does that count?
condemn you to hell, lady.
Why? It's still a sports game. It's by 2K. I'm sorry.
It has to be Madden 08, Nessie.
I'm not a football person.
You have to play Madden 08 and you
But
can't...
one time I actually paid attention to football. It was the Patriots versus the San Francisco, and the Rams... No, it was the Rams versus the Patriots, and the Patriots couldn't kick, and the Rams couldn't catch. And I'm just like, why the hell do people watch this stuff? This game is stupid. It sucks.
The only thing I really know about football was when Family Guy where Peter joined the Patriots and he sang Shit
Oh,
Poopy.
yeah.
And also...
And they got Tom Brady.
Yeah, and also EDP 445. He's the only reason I know what's going on in football.
I love eat that pussy 445.
The true philosopher.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
if he's
but
about
hey,
to speak, I'm just like, everyone shut up. Our man is speaking on the podium.
yes. I guess, like, there's another thing I want to talk about. And so I have a question.
Yeah.
I have an answer.
What kind of merch would you guys love to see get made out of your cartoons or like comic ideas?
I mean, I guess I would like to see plushies, but here's the thing, like, my comic is supposed to have this, like, underlying theme of capitalism bad, and it's dangerous to it's poisonous for a society that's trying to be not necessarily a utopia per se, but like just and sound, and it's very like predatory. So if there is ever going to be a merch run, I would say maybe either like an art book, or if there are plushies, there would only be like, I don't know, a couple of runs of them, and that would be it. You know?
Interesting.
The other thing, though, is what is it? And I've thought about it, and I think I actually kind of want to stick with this. When I pass away, everything that I've ever made, I want it to be public domain. That way, because I hate how the copyright system works, where like a company needs to go out of business and the creator has to be dead for like 150 years before anybody can touch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate that. I absolutely hate that. So I'm making the proclamation now. If it's ever confirmed that I'm that I am officially dead, and there's like one of the what do you call it, those guest book things, the memorial page, or whatever the hell, if you start seeing those things up there of me, you are free to use my characters for whatever, because at that point I'll be dead and I won't need to be making any more money off of it.
I'm gonna make Nessie marketable plushies.
I can't wait to make marketable plushies out of Boone and his
No! No, I'm just kidding. If you guys want to, if anybody out there wants to make plushies or art, or like if there's something in the story where they're like, hey, this is bullshit, that don't make no goddamn sense. If you want to make your own version, when I am dead, after I have breathed my last breath, you guys can do whatever with it. So I'm saying that right now.
For some reason, I'm thinking of like that one thing with like John Candy, or who's the guy that was supposed to play Shrek before he passed away?
Oh,
Chris Farley.
No.
Chris Farley. Like you remember like when he said like when I pass on to the new world, I want all of you to line up and kiss my hairy buttocks. Is that gonna be Nessie?
Sure, I guess.
Hey, CatBit. What would you want to like make merchandise out of your characters with?
Action figures.
Hell yeah!
And I know the company I want to, and I know the company who I want to sell out. I mean,
sell out.
Give my characters to.
You can't go back now.
It's too late. Merchandise is just being a sellout with extra steps.
All right, CatBit. Spill the beans. What is it?
I want them to be made by the same people who make the Ninja Turtles and Ben 10 figures. Like action figure collection, like action figure sets. Those play sets. Like the ones where Boomer Nardanius's shipwreck home, or the fucking plane that they travel across, or
I would like that.
Or the motors and shit that they ride on in some of the adventures they go on. That's something I'd love to do.
That would be really fun.
There's also marketable plushies.
I can see your character Arthanius as a plush.
Oh no! Some girls I've shown Arthanius too. Wait. Well, both Arthanius and Benny, because for some reason, like a lot of people I show Benny to, like they really love her for some reason.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, they definitely have that feel. But again, like even though I want to make merch out of this, I don't want this to be like one of those things where like how old toys in the past, like you have to be this certain gender to have merchandise or something. Like no, I want this to be for everyone. And also, I guess video games, because why not? That technically counts as merchandise. What about you, Random?
Me? Let's see. I've always wanted like cool figures, kind of like how Kid Robot does that, or even like I like McFarlane toys.
Ooh.
And there's this new like figure like brand that came out. What are they called again? They're like Terratoons.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are like heavily inspired by like 60s Scooby Doo or
No, it's like they've been taking like horror movie slashers and they've been making them to like very cartoony like figures. Hold on, I gotta look this up again. I keep forgetting the name of the brand. I own like a few of them.
So you want to do that with like Gaggett or Urethris or
Oh yeah, definitely, because these are so well made.
Yes. What else do you have in mind for merchandise, if I can ask?
Me?
No, random.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry. I'm gonna find this.
You know, for some reason I'm thinking about. I would love to see those coffee mugs of your characters.
Oh, that's another thing I love. I love coffee mugs. I collect them.
Nice.
I would like to have like my figures' heads as coffee mugs too. I would like to eat out of Urethris's head as a coffee mug. Okay, I found the name of like these figures.
What are they called?
Toonie Terrors.
Cool.
Ooh.
They're really cool.
Also the name Toonie. God damn.
I know. Like, if I wanted like figures, I would want them in this kind of style.
Nice.
They're releasing one of like Ghostface from Scream, and I love the pose they chose for him. Check this out.
Yo, that looks that looks really cool.
Oh man.
Like, I got one of Nosferatu, Pennywise, Jason Voorhees. It's awesome. I love these. Also, I feel like the only character I could see being a marketable plushie is like my character Moop.
Yes, I would love to get merch. I would love to get merch of Moop.
Yeah.
He is the best.
Yeah, like she's literally a ball, so she can be easily made into a plush.
You know what I could see Moop being? A squishable.
A squishable, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Mad
That's a
Balls kind of
squishable.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
What's a squishable?
You don't know what a squishable is? Oh man. Okay, so a squishable is a plushie, but it's in the shape of a ball. But it's like an animal. There's like horses and dogs, and they're branching off doing other stuff. I actually recently I got my boyfriend a little mini plague doctor.
I saw that. I want one.
I pre-ordered one. I pre-ordered one for my boyfriend for his birthday. Which the only bad thing about it was it didn't ship until like after my birthday. So he has it now, but it took forever to get to him. So.
But does he like it though?
Oh, he loves it. He can't get enough of it.
Oh, what's another thing I remember, like those weird Nickelodeon figures, or like which one was it? The one where like because I remember random you told me this story where like you were playing with like your cousins on top of like your aunt's dead corpse or something when you were a kid.
No, it wasn't. You take that story way out of proportion.
I was gonna say, excuse me, what?
Okay, so this was like my first like wake I went to, and there was like this vending machine nearby, and it had like Nickelodeon like figures. So we put a quarter in. We got like an Angry Patrick, a Jimmy Neutron, a SpongeBob. And I remember us playing with them. And then there was a time, like, we took it to, like, the wake, and we were playing it on, like, the dead body. It was, like, a family friend or something. I don't remember who.
Oh,
And they were like, what are you doing?
Oh, God.
And I'm like, she's sleeping. And they're like, no, she's dead. I'm like, what? What's dead?
How old were you when you did this?
4.
Okay. Oh, that's really funny. If that were me, if that were me, I'd be laughing my ass off.
That is awful.
So,
That's so terrible.
Sal, what
But you
were
know
we
what?
thinking? What were we thinking?
For some reason that just feels really in character for you. I don't know why. It just sounds so in character.
That's how I learned the concept of death.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, to be fair, it's not the worst thing a kid has ever done. Have I ever told you about the time I blew the eyes out of a snake when I was 4?
What the fuck?
What? No, I don't want to hear about that.
That's for next week's episode.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm not going to that one then.
All right, I like to resign from this podcast right now. I'm turning my papers in. Here's my week's notice.
I'm out of here. I can't.
What are you guys too scared?
Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm the snake wrangler, bitches.
But I'm the snake. I'm a sea snake.
I'm the snake wrangler, bitch.
No! Hey, listen. The only person who gets to do that to me is my boyfriend and nobody else.
Okay.
So is this the end of the episode?
Yeah, I think we're okay. Can we just wrap it up here before we just completely diverge into uncharted territory, please?
Oh, definitely. Aha, that's real funny. You said uncharted territory.
Yeah. That's how you know I'm a big old sea creature. Anyways, I think we crashed the airplane. So this is CatBit, Random Harry, and Nessie D signing off. And get the heck out of this plane. It's sprung a leak and we're in the middle of the ocean now. Take care. Bye-bye.
Why are the steel beams on fire?
I'm CatBit. The fucking vending machine broke.
I'm Random Harry, and why are the steel beams on fire?
Well, if we don't make it out next week, you know who to blame for this.
Oh, you'll be fine. I'll bring you two back to shore. Wherever the heck it is. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Get out.
Yeah.